I'm Mary Smith, the general education teacher at Sandhill Elementary.
I'm Sidra James. I'm an occupational therapist for Jennifer Love at Sandhill Elementary School.
I'm Nick Love, father of Jennifer Love. She is 7 years old and attends Sandhill Elementary.
I'm Lisa Rose, and I'm the special education teacher at Sandhill Elementary School.
I can add it
Okay. Are we going? So we're going to begin by talking about Jennifer's present levels of performance. So we'll hand it over to the regular education teacher.
Yes, Jennifer is a wonderful student. She's very cooperative. She works well in small and large groups. She has a great relationship with her staff, other adults, and her peers.
And then I assist her 3 times a week for reading, and we also practice math solving problems because she has difficulty with reading comprehension and problems that have multi-steps to them. And then when writing, she can connect stories to her own personal experiences, which I've observed, which allow her to gain more reading comprehension from text.
When it comes to multiple subjects such as language arts, science, social studies, she does a good job with summarizing her information. That's something that she's exceeding at. She reads 3 times a week in school with Mrs. Rose. But because of her dysgraphia, she still struggles with written expression and some of her math word problems. When reading, she forgets to use some of her reading strategies, such as previewing or taking down some information and highlighting certain information that will help her remember what she read. And she reads at her grade level, but she still struggles with fluency.
Okay, and again, as Mrs. Smith said, Jennifer's strengths far outweigh her weaknesses. However, because she has trouble retrieving information from memory, she struggles with her written expression. So she has trouble taking her thoughts and forming them on paper. She also has difficulty with organizing letters and words from left to right on lined paper, but we don't assess her based on penmanship or anything like that. It's more on content. And although she can spell most words aloud with proper amount of time given to her, it's difficult for her to hold a pencil to write them down, so she has some fine motor skill problems.
And in addition to reading 3 times a week in school, I also read, well, me or my wife read to her at least once a night.
Good. The more practice she has at home with reading, the better she'll get with reading and more used to it. So that's good.
And then to talk about some accommodations and strategies that I use while she is in your classroom, or I can.
As Jennifer's occupational therapist, I will help her with exercising such as squeezing a foam ball or playing with clay, because these activities can strengthen her hand muscles. This will further help her have a tight grip on pencil. I will work with Jennifer to improve fine motor skills as well as arm position and her body posture. These can all have an impact on hand movement. My goal is to help Jennifer become more independent in everyday tasks. Therefore, as a team, we need to give her opportunities to do things herself. For example, as a parent, allow her to hold a toothbrush and let her brush her teeth on her own and comb her hair on her own self. And like little tasks such as buttoning her own shirts, like allow her to do that, and have patience with Jennifer. We further need to help Jennifer with her hand-eye coordination and fine motor skills, which the special ed teacher and the regular ed teacher are doing a great job with it.
As far as we generally do have patience with her, and we let her kind of have her independence, but are there any exercises that we could help with? Like any of the things that you do that we could do at home as well?
Well, allow her to use during lunchtime or dinner time, allow her to hold the eating utensils herself, help her a little bit, but give her the independence to have a good grip on spoon or fork herself, and just help her lightly to position herself as if she's sitting in the street, not slouching, because that kind of helps her position her arms better to pick up a utensil or write.
Yeah, and writing at home, practicing with her more will help, and have her write with her grip, and then as she gets used to it, maybe like take the grip off to see if that helps, and if she's still struggling, then she can put the grip back on. But the more practice at home with writing that she has, the better she'll get with holding her pencil and other things.
There are several apps that Jennifer can use on her iPads, even at home and even in classrooms, that would encourage hand and finger movement. Apps such as iDiary for kids, Rainbow Sentences, Clicker Docs, etc. We can also use assistive technology such as voice activated note-taking software in the school for Jennifer to be able to independently take part in morning journal routines.
Yes.
And then strategies that I include when instructing Jennifer, whenever I give her directions for an assignment, I make sure to verbally give her directions, but I'll also supply her with written instructions so she can, get more practice with that. And then always I make sure to break the directions down into smaller steps so she can take it in more and understand it more. And then also when supplying answers or responses and assignments, I allow her to dictate them to me, but we do encourage her to, again, write as much as possible. And then sometimes we have computer lab use, so we do have her practice her typing skills as well.
Yes. Sometimes she has a hard time staying on task. So we have a chart, and when she's done with something, she'll check it off so she stays on task and organized. I don't know if you do something like that.
We have a similar thing with chores at home.
Okay, perfect. Yes, so that's good for her, so she can stay on task.
And in addition to that, I do have reflections with her at the end of each session that I'm working with her, just to make sure she fully understands everything we went over that day, and then to understand what I still need to know to guide her in for the next session with her, what we can practice more often.
So, I know last time we talked about goals that we were setting related to being on task. Could we touch upon those again?
Sure. So that goal was for Jennifer to stay on task by completing her on-task chart while working independently at a 90% accuracy rate.
So that was her overall goal. And then her first benchmark was by the end of the second quarter, she would complete an on-task chart during reading with 80% accuracy. And we've been looking at that weekly and quarterly. And she was making progress, but she still wasn't at the 80% accuracy. And then we went back and we looked in a couple months how she was doing. And on the 15th of October, she was able to reach her 80% with her behavior chart. So we were going to advance to the second benchmark, which is by the end of the third quarter, she will complete an on-task chart for math with 85% accuracy. And then when she reaches her second benchmark, she'll go on to her third one, which is by the end of the fourth quarter, she will complete an on-task chart while working independently in reading and math with 90% accuracy. So she has one functional goal, and then she has two academic goals. She has a math academic goal and then reading academic.
So the math academic goal is given her second grade level. She'll be able to complete a worksheet answering level text questions that have to do with solving word problems with 90% accuracy. So her first benchmark was that she will complete 5 steps to solving a math word problem with 70% accuracy. And so September 25th, 2015, we recorded her status as being, with guidance from me and Mrs. Smith, her accuracy has increased. And then after that, on November 28th, 2015, she did reach 70% accuracy. And then her second benchmark, which she was able to progress to, is that she will complete 5 problem-solving questions with her second grade level with 80% accuracy. And then we have down that on January 16th, 2016, she was progressing slowly, but she was showing effort being made. And then February 18th, 2016, she has not progressed, so we have yet to move on to her third benchmark, which is that she'll complete 10 problem-solving questions, showing the steps she took to solve it with 90% accuracy. And then we have the reading.
Her reading, her overall goal for reading would be given a reading passage from a second grade level text. Jennifer will complete a worksheet answering reading comprehension questions with 85% accuracy. So her first benchmark, Jennifer will answer her main idea questions given a grade level text with 75% accuracy. We recorded on September 16, 2015. She was struggling while comprehending independent reading. And then on November 5th, 2015, with help, she was progressing with main idea questions. And then on December 14th, 2015, with little assistance, Jennifer can answer her main idea questions. And then on January 20th of 2016, she reached her 75% accuracy. So we were able to move on to her second benchmark, which is Jennifer will complete a graphic organizer to identify story elements given a grade level text with 80% accuracy. And we recorded on February 21st of 2016. She was having difficulty with organizing her thoughts in a graphic organizer, and we haven't been able to progress farther than that. But when we eventually do, her third benchmark will be by the end of the fourth quarter, Jennifer will complete a book report given a grade level text with 85% accuracy.
And am I allowed to help her on that book report, or do you want me to do that solely?
I would say you can help her with it,
but
because
try to limit the amount.
the amount of support
just
that
to
you
push
give.
her to be
Right.
able to do it.
Right. Yeah, definitely. If she has questions or anything, you can definitely help her with that. Overall, Jennifer's doing really great. I think we all agree, and this is only her second meeting, so she shouldn't get discouraged, and you and your wife shouldn't get discouraged about it either. She's doing really well.
And we are seeing progress and effort, so that's what's most
Yeah, we
important.
help her regularly with her pencil grip and as well as other objects. And also like at home download like writing applications and iPad.
Yeah, maybe like I said earlier, make sure you like write down stuff. How's your day? And make sure she has a checklist maybe for homework or other responsibilities, which was mentioned earlier.
Just try to have some type of routine so she, you can see the improvements being made over time. So, do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't believe that I do.